This Roblox game is made for kids, but it's not innocent. Hidden deep within it are dark, horrifying secrets the average kid would never find. Let's see what's down here, dear Lord! So step one, let me show you the first anomaly I found while playing this game. You load in and immediately see slightly creepy mascot creatures, and you can click to interact with objects. If you come downstairs and click this weird statue, you'll get teleported here, a strange, totally empty room. And worst of all, you are not alone in this room. Sitting in the corner by herself is the creepy lady we saw earlier. She looks deformed, creepy, sort of lifeless eyes that are sunken in with like a deep eyeshadow. I will show much worse examples of deformed characters, but there's actually more to this old lady than you might think. Her name is Baba Kappa, and just like every other character in this game, she's from a Russian children's show named Luntik. You can talk to her upstairs, but she mainly tells you not to question her suspicious green jelly, which is, strange, but not scary. In fact, none of the NPCs you interact with in this game are scary. It's a game made for kids after all. They all just act like they're characters from the show. The scary stuff is hidden where the characters aren't. Which brings us to our next anomaly. If you choose to leave the house, you're met with a large open world. This house on the right is where we'll be headed. If you enter the house, it's entirely empty. There's nothing besides paintings and 2 empty beds. And nothing you can click on either. But if you choose to climb on the door and keep jumping up, you'll phase through a secret passage in the roof and be met with, this.
Я тоже не понимаю, Влад, для чего вы дети в школу отправляют? Чтобы родители...
Yeah, Baba Kappa angrily shouting on the phone. Now, I don't really know exactly what she's saying because I don't speak any Russian languages, but already off the bat, this is a very strange tone to have in an actual kids game. But that isn't scary, it's just weird. This next anomaly is where the creepiness starts. You're gonna wanna hop out of this like phaseable roof, walk through the grass next to it, and you'll see this tree. Also, I wanna point out that the room at the beginning changed my walk animation for some reason. I do not usually look like this, but hey, I'm kind of digging it. Once you get here, you're gonna want to click on the door to enter the house. Everything looks totally innocent at first. I mean, there's cute little baby paintings on the walls until you go to the table. And one of the kids, for some godforsaken reason, has no pupils and his eyes are rolled back in his head. This actually marks the first example of eyeball-related horror that we will be seeing throughout this game. We'll see a lot more eyeball horror later, and we'll also come back to this tree later, but as we walk to our next scary secret, I want to point out something I noticed while playing, and you may have also noticed too. This game is based off of Luntik, a little pink guy from the show that looks like this. Hell, he's even the thumbnail for the game. Look, there he is. But for some reason, despite all of that and being the thumbnail, he's nowhere inside of this game so far. But unlike you guys, I've played this game before, and I know where Luntik is. In fact, he is the scariest part about this entire game. You'll have the pleasure of meeting him later. But anyways, our next anomaly. This anomaly is where the game starts to get genuinely creepy. This cave sort of structure right here that's dark and scary. And also next to the cave, these guys. This guy, for some reason, is the only NPC where his eyes follow you constantly. That is horrifying, but nothing compared to what you are about to see. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and walk into the mines and ignore what you see at the end of the mines. Let's just take a relaxing little cart ride with a funny face on the front of it for whatever reason. Ah, it looks like we've reached the end. Let's see what's down here, dear Lord. For some reason, there is a decapitated head spinning here with no eyes. This is the same head of the caterpillar outside, by the way. I don't know why the developer put this here. That is really scary. Imagine being a kid and then you see this horrifying decapitated head with no eyeballs. That is just the start of the hidden scary things in this game. It's only going to get scarier from here. I'm just gonna bring you to our next anomaly. And while we go, I just want to point out how much of a kid's game this is. Like, this is a fantastical environment right here. This is a children's game we are playing right now. You can turn up the volume and hear this. Alright, you see that rainbow umbrella over there? That's where we're heading for the next scary thing. Yeah, there's a deep tunnel underneath this umbrella, and hell, let's just jump down. I don't need to say that something terrifying is hidden in these tunnels. They look scary enough already. So I was walking through these dark tunnels. I decided to stick my camera through the wall using shift lock, and doing that, I found something really scary. What does that say? Subscribe! I like to ask at the middle of the video because by now you know if you actually want to or not, and you are not allowed to subscribe unless you're actually enjoying the video. But there is actually something creepy out here. I rotated my camera in just the right angle that I could see something moving over there. So I kept walking around and eventually did find this hole where if you drop down, you are greeted with another decapitated, eyeless, spinning head of who I'm guessing is the other caterpillar. This is very unsettling to look at, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hop out. Does every character have a creepy spinning head in this game? What is this show even about? Is it like secretly creepy like this game? Oh my god, 96 million views? Okay, so I guess this little pink Russian creature fell down to earth from the moon. This is obviously a kid's show. All right, anyways, remember when I said we'd return to the ant house? Yeah, let's have a look at our next hidden anomaly, and this time it is very creepy. All right, we're back. Let's go through the door. And if instead of focusing on the kids, you choose to go over here and go upstairs, you may notice if you try and stick your camera through most of the walls in this house, you can't. Almost every wall has like another wall hidden behind it, so you can't stick your camera out and look at the surroundings. Except for this one under the stairs. If you stick your camera out of this wall, that is how hidden it is, and zoom out, you can see these creatures. Decapitated heads of Mama Kappa and another character that I can't identify from this distance. Once again, they don't have eyes, but honestly, that's the norm at this point. I have one more hidden anomaly to show you, which is, spoiler alert, Luntic themselves. But before I show you where they are, there are many things in this game that aren't exactly scary, but are just weird. I have no way of possibly explaining these things, so let me just show you one. If you walk into this strangely shaped house, you'll find a book on the shelf that you can click on and actually open. If you translate this, for some reason, the word help pops up a lot. So if anyone familiar with Russian text is watching this video, please tell me what this all says. Also, there's another hidden book inside the microwave that you can like try and enter a code to get to. So anyone who wants to try and find it, be my guest. Next to the ant house, there's a tiny little log that looks like a scrunched up turd. And if you walk into it, you can actually click this TV. And if you do that, you're teleported here. Mama Kappa is creepily staring at you for some reason. The music sounds like this. And there's a big like ad on the wall. And also like the hardest obby I've ever had to do. But if you manage to get to the end of the... But if you manage to get to the end of this obby, you'll see Mama Kappa T-posing. So that's strange, but also a welcome change of pace from all of the decapitated spinning heads. Anyways, this next thing is weird and creepy for reasons I cannot possibly explain because I am not a Russian child. But you can walk up to this ladybug, and if you talk to her, she says that she does not trust you, and also wants you to eat one of her cakes, I think? That's what I got out of this interaction. Keep in mind, I'm not Russian. Yet. And if you eat the Ida, it hurts you. It damages you. This is poison cake. I don't know why the developer added a NPC that feeds you poisoned cake in a kids game. I've tried eating all 5 of these. None of them have worked, but all of them do, in fact, make the shape of a pentagon, which is strange. Now, who wants to meet Luntic? Yeah, the star of the show, literally in the thumbnail of the game. It's pretty weird that they haven't been around till now, but I mean, I guess we'll take what we can get. Yeah, so anyways, here's the story of how I found the scariest thing I've ever seen in a kid's Roblox game. So I was searching for trouble, you know me, a little rabble-rouser, and I decided I want to try and climb the ant house for like a better view. So yeah, I hop up the ant house and eventually actually managed to get on this branch. And once I got to the other branch, I looked down and saw what the hell? What the hell? Ah, great, a badge. Thank you, game. And look, there they are, the missing eyeballs. And also some deformed versions of the people we've seen. And there he is, Luntic himself, spinning around with no eyes and no body. And I have no urine left in my bladder. But the worst part, by far, is that I decided to unmute my game here. And I heard this.
Это вовсе не наш гейм. Мы этого не писали.
I have no idea what they're saying, but with these surroundings, I can only assume it's demonic chance. So, I mean, what's the verdict? Was this game ever meant for kids at all? Is the developer intentionally trying to trick children or just to scare them? He didn't put scary stuff in the game on accident. I mean, this is obviously all on purpose. I think it's awesome, and I hope more games in the future of Roblox do this, because this genuinely scared me more than like horror games do. I think that's pretty damn cool. Bye.